Hello. I'm not very good with a mic. I usually shout loud enough not to need one. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about my 50 Shades of Brave. Just to put you in the picture, I am 50. I turned 50 2 days ago. And in this, my 50th year, I decided, for reasons that will become apparent, to challenge myself to do 50 brave things, of which this is one, and God knows I'm going to have to be brave now. Thank you, Ed. Okay, so up there is me. That's me when I was a little girl, full of dreams about meeting my Prince Charming, and that was him down there in the bottom right-hand corner. I met my Prince Charming, we got married, we had 2 wonderful kids. And we were heading towards both our 50th years and 20th wedding anniversary, instead of which I'm 1 month into being divorced and I'm turning 50. So what am I going to do with myself? Crumple on the floor? Run away? No. I'm going to pick myself up and I'm going to challenge myself. So on the 1st of January, I wrote myself a list of 50 things that I thought I'd like to achieve in this, my 50th year. And some of them are up on the screen now. And one of them was speak at an event, Ignite Cardiff. So I'm going to talk to you about some of the challenges. Some of them started off fairly tame, like don't walk past the big issue seller. Actually give them £2.50 and buy the big issue. Hey, it's a good read. If you haven't done it, do it. And apply for a job I'd like to do. I was going to be an Estin inspector, but they didn't want me. Various other things. I went for a night at the bingo. There might not be a challenge to some of you, but for me, my comfort zone and the bingo are quite a long way apart. Especially in the bingo where we went, and found that it was that important that people tried to beat each other up when they weren't getting the lines first. Okay. In March, I did a big challenge, which was to sit my grade 7 flute. I've actually already got grade 8 when I was 11, but there was no grade 7 then, and now I'm a flute teacher. So it was quite a challenge because if I didn't get a good mark, I was going to look like a real plonker. So I was really pleased when I got a distinction. I wasn't really pleased with some of the comments that the examiner made, but hey, I can live with it. The following day, after my flute exam, I went on a silent retreat. I thought I'd best shut up for a day. That was blooming difficult. And then a dance class in which, even though I'm musical, I found that I have really got 2 left feet and no rhythm when it comes to dancing. The most difficult challenge to that date, was cycling a lap of the velodrome, mainly because the coach didn't get the message that it was a lap, and I ended up doing 33. If you've ever been I'm sure you've all been on bikes, but not without any brakes. If I thought that was painful, this was even more painful. That's Vanya in the picture. She does intimate waxing for a living. How you can carry on a decent conversation with someone whilst doing that to them, I don't know, but she was excellent. I won't show you, but needless to say, it hurt. And this took place a couple of days after I'd listened to Dinah Vagina here telling me not to do it. My best fun to date was firewalking, walking over hot coals, which I did down in Cardiff Bay in aid of the Stroke Association on April the 16th. I did this in memory of my grandmother who died of a stroke a few years ago. And oh my goodness, I cannot convey to you the feeling, the buzz of walking on hot coals. If you ever get the chance to put mind over matter into practice and walk on hot coals, do it. You can see from my face on the picture, I loved it. Okay, so go on a date was on my list. I cheated a bit because I went speed dating. So I didn't actually have to talk to anyone for longer than 5 minutes, which actually was quite a long time with some of the guys that came to my table. I met a policeman, he didn't look like that, a guy who smelt like a bonfire, someone who wore a blazer and a cravat, a serial online dater, and a guy who liked parasending. Okay, weird thing to put on your list of 50 things to achieve, but get divorced was on there because after 18 months of struggling to, and actually now I say get rid of the guy because it became a bit of a challenge, I did get divorced. The divorce came through on April 26th. I threw a champagne party. So, I took my son on rugby tour. That was a challenge because as a single mum in a rugby tour full of dads, but we met Dan Bigger, so that made it all worthwhile. And I threw out a load of clothes because one of the benefits of getting divorced was I lost a load of weight. The divorce diet works. False eyelashes, if you want me to flutter them at you later, I will, because I'm having them ripped out in a couple of weeks. They're getting on my nerves already. I ate caviar. It tastes like shit. And on Saturday, I'm having a big 50th birthday party. You're all invited. So what am I learning? I'm learning that I just love to do new things. I love to challenge myself. I am not the kind of person to sit down and let life happen to me. I'm going to take it by the horns and I'm going to do some more of these things. So if you know anybody who can help me to achieve any of these things, I'd really like their help, apart from the parascending, because my daughter bought me that for my 50th birthday on Monday. Thank you very much, Georgia.